Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay, Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It is Monday night, Thanksgiving Monday in Canada, October the 14th, 2024. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your understanding. Parker fell under the weather today, so he texted me around dinner time, said he didn't think he could do a Canucks After Dark show. Then he did say that he was going to post something on the community tab of that channel. I'm actually not sure if he got to it, but that's okay. Certainly can't excuse him if he wasn't feeling well. So tonight, no Canucks After Dark, so that means I can be original in my content tonight. So this is what I'm going to do tonight. After my intro, I'm going to do a quick recap of the 24-hour live stream, just a quick one, and then we'll get into the Canucks practice lines, what we can expect from this road trip. We'll start to preview this road trip, and then I will turn it over to all of you for your questions and your comments. So once again, thank you for being here. I survived the 24 hours, but I'll get to that in a couple of minutes. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, as legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for your support. And everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you. And I never, ever, especially after a 24-hour live stream, never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved today. You can subscribe so you get active in the chat section and get notified of my videos every single day. You can like the video. There are, I reactivated, I'm on X Premium now, so finally I can get this going on YouTube and X, former Twitter as well. So 43 watching on YouTube. Thank you. Another 20. Make that 50 watching on YouTube, another 20 watching on X, which is great. Nice to see all of you. So you can all like the video. If you're watching on YouTube, you can like the video. Let's get those likes up. Let's just simply hover over that thumbs up and press it with our own finger or thumb. You can leave a donation and get the donation train out of the station. I'm going to talk about how generous you guys were at the 24-hour live stream. You can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership. And you can use your monthly membership message, your M. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, which I know some people do, they've reached out to me, which is very nice, you can rate and review as well. Then I'll do my mid-show sponsor read with my brand new Van City Experts Jason Lim ad read that you heard 24 times on the weekend, but I'll get to that in a second. So let's do this. For those of you looking for Canucks content, I will get there in about 5 or 6 minutes or so. But before I do that, I've seen a lot of people ask me how I'm doing, complimenting me. I just want to say that I am very proud of what I pulled off over the weekend. I truly am. And I'm going to give thanks to a lot of people in a second. But I'm very proud. We only had one technical snafu, and that's because I wanted to restart the stream after realizing that the audio and video were starting to get out of sync. But I want to say this first and foremost. Before I thank anyone else, I'm not thanking myself, but I am very proud of what I pulled off. 24 hours of basically no technical glitches. I thought I had an amazing lineup of guests, from media personalities to content creators to fans. I pulled off an open house where none of you were random. The 6 people I brought on, I all had relationships with, so I was happy to bring you on. I actually, we raised a bunch of money. I got slapped in the face with a tortilla. And I got to connect with some really, really cool people, some that I've known for years, others that was my first time talking to them ever, like Knuckhead. So overall, I was very proud of what happened. And that was me. I didn't use a producer. I didn't use any help. Booked all the guests, arranged all the guests. And I'm not trying to show off. I'm just trying to tell you that it was a lot of work, but it wasn't difficult work because all the guests came through. I only had to text 2 of them and said, "Hey, where are you?" And Sean and Jake taking the hour and actually making it the most among the most watched hours is also the hour that we brought in the most donations because of what happened on the fly there, which I'll get to in a second. So once again, I just want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you. If you watched all 24 hours, God bless you. If you watched 1 hour, God bless you. If you did anything in between, I'm so grateful that you spent some of your Thanksgiving weekend. I get it, guys. Time is precious. Time is precious. We only have a limited amount of it. And the fact that you chose to spend some of your weekend with me, I'm very grateful. And I don't do this for popularity. I don't do this for money. Definitely not. I don't do this for reputation. I do it because I love bringing people together. I do it because I love that the Canucks can kind of unite us. That's the one thing that unites us, no matter what we feel about politics or religion or what culture we come from, or what kind of jobs we have, or what we are studying, and how we feel about world events. If the Canucks are the one thing that unite us, then I'm so happy for it, and I'm glad that I can be one conduit for that. I'm glad I can be one catalyst for that. And it's, it's nice when I hear like a Jeff Patterson or Dan Murphy or Rick Dollywall really encouraging me to continue to be a positive voice in the Canucks, not even the media world, because I'm not a media member. I don't want to be a media member. Mad respect for all those guys and ladies, but it's not what I want to do. I like to be, I don't even call myself an analyst. I call myself a fan with a platform, with a YouTube channel, a decent sized YouTube channel, that I don't take this opportunity for granted. And yes, don't worry. For those of you saying, well, okay, shut up already. Let's get going to the Canucks talk. I do want to say a couple more things about the 24-hour live stream. Raised a few $100s. No charity. That's the charity of emo. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it because I'm going to buy something nice for Gail and the kids for allowing me to do everything that I do. I want to thank all the guests that came on. Everyone from, like I said, media personalities to content creators, to fans, to friends, to family members, even people, the 3 of the 4 guests on Sunday came on Sunday morning because they knew that they could get up early on their Sunday and fill some time for me on the Sunday. Doodle Hockey, who took the 2 a.m. slot, which is pretty cool. And so I'm very grateful. And especially for everyone who took a chance in terms of donating, in terms of gifting memberships or becoming members themselves, all those really, really cool things. So to answer your question, I'm energy-wise, I feel fine. I stayed, after it ended at 10 o'clock, I went up and showered, went to church, stayed awake, and then went to the Vancouver FC soccer match in Langley. Then went to my goddaughter's 15th birthday, got home at midnight. Now, Gail drove a bit of the way there so I could take a quick nap, like 20-minute nap. She drove home so I could take a half an hour nap. But really, in essence, I went to bed at 1 a.m. on Sunday, not including the 2 quick naps. That means I was up for 41 hours straight. So last night I slept from basically 1 until 9. So I got a good 8-hour sleep. Was up all day today, had a family dinner on my family lunch on my mom's side, or my dad's side, I should say, with my mom and my brother. No, my mom's side, our side. And then we had dinner with Gail's side tonight. Got home like 10 minutes ago. That's why I was a few minutes late. And once I knew that Canucks After Dark we weren't going to do, I had more time to spend with family. And I'm here. I'm going to do this, go to bed, and back to normal, back to work tomorrow as if nothing happened. But I'm blessed that I have the energy. I only had, so some numbers for you. I only had 5 Pepsis for the entire 24-hour live stream. I only had 5 Pepsis. I only yawned once. In the entire 24 hours, I only yawned once. And it was not when I was with a guest. It was during one of the little breaks I had, the filler breaks. So I was grateful for that. I was grateful for Jason Lim of Van City Experts for sponsoring me. And most importantly, I'm just so happy that it all went well. So enough about that. Last thing I will say is if you were there for actually 2 more things, and then we'll get to Canucks talk, I promise. If you were there for the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock hour, is crazy. Sean and Jake, right as they're walking in the room, they said, "Can we raise some money?" I said, "Sure." So I didn't know what they're going to do. And then so I was upstairs showering and I had the stream on, and I heard them say that if they raised $100, they would do the tortilla challenge. Drink some water, slap each other in the face with tortillas. I said, you do whatever I want. Then as I'm showering, I hear, okay, if we get $200, then we'll get my dad in here. Maybe we'll give him a concussion, which I didn't think was the funniest joke, but fine. And then I come downstairs. I'm laying down towels, anticipating that we're going to get at least $100, if not 200. And then Kayla, who is still up at 1:30 in the morning, says, make it $300 and I'll do it too. To which many of you were generous. Joshua Griffith in particular, he covered that last $100. He just e-transferred me. And then boom, $300 later, 45 minutes later, and Sean, Jake, Kayla, and I were slapping each other in the face with tortillas. And for those of you that saw it, I took a big blow from Kayla right across the left side of my face. So much where I was hoping that I didn't have permanent ear damage. I didn't think I had permanent ear damage, but a lot of you were asking. And then Kayla even said that my left side of my face looked red for an hour on the stream. But the things I do for, not for money, but just for community. And then Adrian and a couple others, you guys sent me the video. You guys made a GIF out of it. So I think I can start to put that into my rotation in here. I can make that a rotation of my commonly used GIFs. And I thank Sean and Jake for handling that hour, throwing it down. And they're very entertaining. But there's the last thing I'll say about the live stream. I can't watch it back because of two things. Number one, YouTube, no matter, you can stream for as long as you want, but it only keeps 12 hours at a time on YouTube. And I forgot that. So I should have set up 2 different streams, the first 12 hours, the second 12 hours. But then I thought, no problem. I'm recording this locally. I can just upload it as a separate thing. So remember at 3, for those of you that were with me at 3 o'clock, I didn't like the way that it was getting out of sync. So I just stopped that stream and I started a new one for the 4 a.m. hour. So I used that half an hour to kind of set up the new streams, get the new links out to my guests and everything. So, and then I thought, no problem. I'd have the first one that goes from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. So first 17 hours. Then I would have the last 6 or 7 hours on a second stream. Well, it turns out that because YouTube cut off after 12 hours, I am missing 10 p.m., which was Patrick Johnson, 11 p.m., which was Knuckhead, 12, which was the open house, 1 a.m., which was my boys and the tortilla slap, and then 2 o'clock doodle hockey. Those 5 hours I am missing because YouTube didn't capture it because it cut off after 12 hours. And my local StreamYard didn't capture it because it stops recording after 10 hours. So as you can see, if I had simply made 2 12-hour streams, which I did not think about doing, everything would be on YouTube already, and I wouldn't have needed my local recording. But because YouTube cut the first stream off at 12 hours instead of 17, those 5 hours that I thought I would have locally, they are gone because StreamYard cuts it off after 10 hours. So all to say, I regret that I do not have Patrick Johnson, Knuckhead, Open House, Tortilla Challenge, the boys, and Doodle Hockey. I can't upload it because I don't have it. I don't have a local copy and it's not on YouTube. So I apologize. I reached out to all those guests and I apologize. And they're all saying, no problem, no problem. And really, I wanted it up there for the Tortilla Challenge because not only were you guys very generous in donations, but you're also very, very funny in the comment section. So I'm just gonna have to replay. So to anyone who was around for that 1 to 2 o'clock hour, and especially those of you who donated, I know there's some big ones in there. Alfred, Joshua, Justin was in there. I'm so grateful for all of you. And I have no way of watching it back though, and having a track of who donated. So take this as my thank you to all of you. So before I get Canucks talk, I just want to see just a few of the comments in there talking specifically about the 24-hour live stream. Let's see. Just looking, talking about the 24-hour live streams. I see. Just looking. A lot of talk about the moderators, which is good. Time Capital, it's Clay Emo, it's an honor. CCC is definitely international, indeed. Pastor Dan, I'm feeling great. I really am. I'm energized by what happened as opposed to tired. Carol says, great job. Thank you, Carol. I really appreciate you. I got 8 hours, Justin. So I've had 8 hours of sleep this Thanksgiving weekend. That's all I need so far. Ricky says, last time we saw Clay, the Oilers were 0-1. Now they're 0-3. Hey, I try to do my part. Yes, I got the 8 hours sleep this morning. Thank you, Fangirl. Thank you, Fangirl. You can proclaim you're the first ever YouTuber to survive a 24-hour stream and a close concussion call. Yes. I was immediately worried, right? And I was actually kind of mad. And I've told Kayla this. I was actually mad at her that she hit me so hard. And it wasn't her fault. She wasn't trying to concuss me, but I was mad at her. But in that one moment of clarity, thank goodness, I did not yell at her or scream. Can you imagine if I started chewing Kayla out on the stream in front of 105 people? That would have been horrible. At least it wouldn't be uploaded to YouTube because I lost the recording, but still, that would have been horrible. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Hey, Viper, glad you saw some of it. It was fun. Thank you, 76. Appreciate that. Hey, nice to see you. What's my ex? It is indeed Canuck Clay as well. My family and I had a good laugh from you getting smacked by a tortilla. Well, Des Money, if I can make your family laugh, then my job has been done. Twitter for our live stream was so fun. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Conversation with Nuckhead and Sarah were great. Yes, thank you. Nuckhead was awesome. You can tell he knows his stuff. And Sarah was wonderful. She's lovely. She was great as well. The links are up on my channel. Just look up Canuck Clay 24-hour live stream. Yep, my ear is okay. I'm still at 11.2, but gained about 50 subscribers. So it wasn't like massive, but it was still nice. Thank you, Unpaved. Yeah, Fangirl, great memory. The 24-hour live stream from 3 years ago is actually in 3 parts. Yeah, but thank you. Round of applause. Appreciate that. I had a hard job. No, it wasn't hard at all. It was well organized, well done. I enjoyed it so much. Thank you, Helen. Thank you for listening from the golf course. Thank you, Brian Billing. Yeah, you're one who also donated a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. Never ever take sleep for granted. I became Loopy Ray with 24-hour Clay. Well, that makes 2 of us. Loopy Ray and Loopy Clay. Love it, Raymond. And yes, well under 7.5 Pepsis. Only 5. I thought I was going to have more for sure. The over-under was set at 7.5 Viper, and I came in under. Raise money for myself. I didn't want to lie. Oh, I wouldn't lie, but I didn't have time to properly. I could have just said Canucks for Kids Fund or Canucks Autism Fund, but it wasn't meant to raise money. You're right, Rome. I got 5. Very good. Fangirl, you're right. I had 20. I had what did I say? 12. I had 24 ready to go, and I only used 5 of them. Brian, I'll get to your donation in a second. Thank you. That makes you a legend. Thank you. I appreciate it. My BBM is resting on me. She says she loves you too, but she loves me more. She should love you more for sure. Cherry Coke greater than Pepsi. Time capsule. Don't have time to argue with you tonight. Just kidding. I appreciate. Can relate with the fan perspective. Great. I do not play the Tim Hortons challenge, bro, Broseph. The stream was well done, and you deserve the rest now for the organization, the hard work to pull it together. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. I only had 5 Pepsis, 2 to 3 times 12 hour according to YouTube time limit. Yeah, no, we'll see, Raymond. I kind of like the way I did it, but I just got to divvy it up better. Canucks flight to Tampa. Turns out they have 2 planes they use. Oh. Okay, just going to keep. Hey, Shannon, going to completely whip through. You are a machine. A well-tuned, finely oiled machine. That doesn't sound right, but thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure Myers is playing. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. I promise I'll get to it. All good, polite. I probably should cut down. Best part of the stream. Hey, congratulations. I'll connect you with the tickets this week. Thanks, Nation. Ideas to get? No, don't get them anything. It's Bella, if that's what you're talking about. She put every ounce. Yeah, she packs apart. She's a good athlete. Yeah, pretty mean right cross. Exactly. Or I just wish that she'd hit the volleyball that hard. She should be signed to UFC. Hey, Jamie, I'm good. Thank you. Remember for the next 24-hour stream. I know I don't have a streaming hangover, actually. I feel good. Yeah, the break music. There are the 2 options. I'll show you real quick. Here's this will be fun just for a second. I'm going to set up a poll, and we're just going to have it on for just a couple of minutes. Which break music was better? Is it the 5-minute break or the 10-minute break? Okay, guys, I'm going to give you 20 seconds of each break music, and this is the poll for tonight. Which break music was better? Okay, know that I'm not going anywhere. So the first one, here's vote number 1, option number 1, 5-minute break. Here we go. Okay, so that was the 5-minute break music. Some people said it had like vibes of a rom-com or a Korean movie where it's the montage of a guy and a girl just getting together in a relationship for the first time. And it's a montage of all these romantic scenes and them walking through like parks and coffee shops and being romantic. So that was the 5-minute break song. Here's the 10-minute break song. Tell me what you think of this one. Okay, that one I had to play a little bit longer because it takes a while to get going. So a little more chill. Some of you said that it had more of a I just broke up kind of feel. And now I'm kind of sad reflecting on our moments. So most important poll we're going to ask all question. I mean, all season. It's in the poll now. Which break music was better? Was it the 5-minute break, the montage of the happy moments, the dun, 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 kind of like that? Or was it the more 10-minute chill music? Now you guys know why I don't sing in my video. So make sure you vote. Again, the most important vote of this entire season. All right, let's get, I promise we're almost done. I'm just going to skip a part. Were you fighting your eyes? Yeah, there was one point, Des Money. So I was never tired. Unlike my 24-hour stream 3 years ago, and it's not like I'm in better shape or anything. Maybe I was more excited. There was never actually a point where I even caught myself dozing during an interview, which would be rude, but I think would be understandable. No, I never. There was one part though. No, it was after my stream. I was at that birthday party of my goddaughter last night, and something funny was happening, and I think it was the combination of me being a little bit loopy, tired, and my eyes hurting, where my eyes started to really water last night, but not as part of my stream. We have a story to tell for the ages. It is the 2024 car crash story, right? It is the 2024 Hot Take Hockey raid story. Created a space for community to gather and shoot the breeze about something we all have in common. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you. You are a machine. Thank you, Zal. Ear is fine, just fine. No more long streams, Raymond. Just once a year for sure. The guests that are missing can be one-on-one. Perfect. Great idea. 8-7, Ottawa and LA. Absolutely crazy. No, so I do have footage of the tortilla challenge. I have it on my phone though, because thankfully Jacob recorded it when it was happening. I only caught your interview with Rick Dollywall. No problem. I mean, I read about Wrestle Dream, but yeah, you can always catch up. When I saw the slap on you, it felt like you were frozen for a few seconds. I was so afraid you'd fall to the ground. Yeah, I was actually just calming myself, making sure I didn't yell at Kayla. Some kept doubting you, but this wasn't your first 24-hour rodeo. Love it, Filmer. Silence the doubters, right? How long of a stream would you do the Canucks hoist the cup? I vowed 72 hours, Daniel. Pastor Dan, I promise 72 hours. We'll worry about it when it happens. Thank you, Brian. Let's give some love to Brian Blingy Choi, who gets the donation train out of the station. Thank you, Brian. Let's give some love. Happy Thanksgiving, Simon. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. Tommy Kippa is one of my favorite guests. They were all good, but he was so good. I was so impressed with Tommy, how articulate you are, how creative you are. Next year's 24-hour live stream over on Shotgun Pepsi should be 8. Okay, Shotgun, that's not my thing, but you're going to have to teach me how to do it. Each guest brought a few interesting facts and stories. Yeah, I agree. Natty, I'm going to talk about the game in a second. In a few minutes, I promise. I have you connected to my JBL speaker and the bass is hitting. Hope it's not too late. The 5 minutes is music to K-drama. Rome, no. Jacob put those quick timer videos for me and he got them off some royalty-free website. 24-hour stream starting from 1970, outlining every highlight. Wow, that's a good idea. I know Ricky knows his music. Ariana Grande instrumental. Good vibe. I feel like okay. You know, Dan, Pastor Dan, I'll rap over those. Not tonight. Elevator-ish, not my fave. That's fair. That's fair. I like the 10-minute music. Hey, no, yeah, I do have footage. I posted on my Instagram and on my Twitter already. Gerby apparently doesn't like it. Thank goodness I didn't put trash as one of the options. By the way, it's close. 10-minute is beating 49. 10-minute is beating 5-minute, 51 to 49. It is basically a dead heat. Good for naps, Raymond. Is that good or bad? The 5-minute break has Rent, the musical vibe. 10-minute is like waiting in the lobby vibe. Clay featuring Ariana Grande. I had the stream on, fell in and out. Did you end up rapping with a guest? No, I did not rap. That's right. I was on the treadmill, Shannon, at the end of the 24-hour last time. Can you put it a bit in your shorts? Oh, you're talking about YouTube shorts. I thought you wanted me to, and I thought, Bella, that's kind of inappropriate. Yes, that's a good point. I can make a YouTube short out of it maybe later in the week for sure. The best music is the goal horn. The more I hear it, the better. Well, then we need more donations, Mark P, to get that goal horn going. 72 hours include the street celebrations. No, Coach Rob, I probably won't make an annual tradition because then it loses its novelty. I like doing it every few years. I think 24 hours every year, it doesn't make sense. I want the novelty, but thank you. All right, Time Capital, email me a verse, canuckclay@gmail.com, and I'll wrap it. In the summer, Simon, I like to go more low key, but I want the 10-minute audio link for, okay, I'll get that ready for you for sure. Hey, another one of my guests. There's Tommy in the chat and now Rev Trev. He was awesome in the 9 o'clock hour. I like your guests you had on. So many great ones. Sarah was one of my faves. Her DeBrusque take was great. Thank you. And I caught a bit of your show, Rev Trev, as I was setting up. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for joining me. Glad to see you. Yeah, I don't know which one was the car crash stream for sure. It's hard for me to know off the top of my head. Shout out to Alfrin's $5 donation. Hey, Clay, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had lots of rest after 24 hours of Canucks fun and chaos. I had 8 hours of rest. And Alfrin, I was telling everyone at my Thanksgiving dinner about you and your amazing SkyTrain voice. That was one of the highlights of the open house for sure. Let's give Alfrin some love in the chat. Isles Girl 3 was great too. Indeed. Is there a live stream during an away game in the future? Ricky, that's a great idea. In fact, I'm going to come to a lot of you for some ideas for future shows for sure. Ending the poll, 5-minute break ekes out a very narrow victory over a 10-minute break. And for once, you guys, we've made history. We've made history. Oh, Bella, I put it as a story. It's gone. I'm going to upload it as a reel tomorrow. We've made history. This is the first time ever that the poll is added up to 100%. And you know why? Because there were exactly 50 votes. So they just double, obviously, to make percentages. So 27 of you voted for 5-minute break, 23 of you voted for 10-minute break. And there's no rounding because if it was 57.1% to 22.9%, they would knock off the points. And that's how you get 57 plus 42 makes 99. But there's nothing to round. So we've made history tonight, you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. We've made history. We actually have a poll that adds up to exactly 100%. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. If you've been around and you know that when we do polls, they never add up to 100%, we just had our first one. Okay. I'm going to do talk about the Canucks for about 5 minutes, just 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll do 15 to 20 minutes more of your questions. So the Canucks are playing in Tampa tomorrow. The Canucks did fly down to Tampa, and it sounds like the Canucks are indeed playing in that game. Dan Murphy was at practice. Tyler Myers was at practice day after that scary injury on Friday night against Philly. But Tyler Myers was indeed playing at practice, or at least practicing. I think Dan Murphy was one of the only Canucks reporters that went down. So I didn't get, Brendan Batchelor, Thomas Drance, the usual suspects were not tweeting line combos. But Dan Murphy did say this. My best guess is Besser Miller with Arshdeep Baines, who we know traveled with the team, Heinen, Pedersen, and DeBrus. That means knocking Sprong off that line. Hoglander, Ratu, and Garland. We've seen that already once. And then Sherwood, Blueger, Suter. So this is the same bottom six that played against Philly on Friday when we lost in OT and shootout. These two is what changed. What's changed is Heinen drops from the top line to the second line. Baines comes in, and then Sprong gets knocked out of that second line down to an extra. Again, this is Dan Murphy's best guess based on the line rushes that they had at practice today. And he said the defense have all been rotating. I think this is simple. If Myers is good to go, it's the same top six. I think you go back to Desharnais. So you go Hughes, Hronek, Susie, Myers, Forbert, Desharnais. Jolson was fine, but you got to get Desharnais back in there. If Myers can't go, I think you go Hughes, Hronek, then you go Susie, Desharnais, and you keep Forbert and Jolson together. You keep Forbert and Jolson together because they played together last game. Or I guess you can go Susie, Jolson, and then Forbert, Desharnais. Regardless, your right side without Myers is Hronek, Desharnais, and Jolson. Not the strongest thing that we have ever seen. But who knows? Who knows what happens? So that's a bit about Canucks practice today. I'm just looking scores tonight. What? I got to reset this. Are New York and Colorado playing right now? That doesn't make sense. Hey, someone tell me, what time does this game start? How are the Islanders and Colorado playing right now? It's 11th. It's 12:30 in Colorado. What happened, you guys? Someone tell me some story. Why did this game start so late? Oh, the game is over. Thank you. Who won it? And we have Florida beating Boston in a rematch of game one of the season. This is crazy. Ottawa beating the Kings 8-7. Wow. Utah actually loses for once. The Devils shut them out. That must be Markstrom. Rangers over the Red Wings. Penguins over the Canadians. It's a glitch. Thank you. Who won? Oh, my DMs were showing. Thank you. Thank you, Desmoney. There, I'm sure there's nothing. Is there anything bad in there? Oh, yeah. There. Oh, you can see. Thank you for that. Yeah. Thankfully, there's nothing bad in there. That's good. But thanks for the heads up. I'll be better. Yeah. And you got to see some of my DMs. Yes, the Islanders did win. So let's go with the standings. I hope these are up to date. I just care about the Pacific Division right now. Vegas and Calgary are 3-0. Okay, so we are actually tied for fourth, which isn't great. I'm really curious for the whole league. New Jersey is up top, but they've already played 5 games. So there's 4 teams that haven't lost yet in regulation or extra time. Vegas, Dallas, Calgary, and Winnipeg. Gosh, they're all in the West. At the same time, there are 5 teams that haven't even won a game. Oh, wait, I'm doing this wrong. Yes. There are 5 teams that haven't won a game yet. No, 6 teams. Because look at us. We haven't won a game yet. We're 22nd. Look at us. Look how good we are. And then there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're one of 8 teams that haven't won a game yet. And thankfully, 2 of them are in our division, Edmonton and San Jose. I can't believe Edmonton's 0-3. So look at the standings, you guys. These 4 teams should be playoff teams. Edmonton, Colorado, Nashville, and Carolina. 4 really strong teams. I know we're 1 week in the season, and some teams have only played 1 game. I get it. At the top, you wouldn't expect to see Calgary and Utah up here. So super early, but again, still interesting. All these games still count. And yes, all you guys did see my DMs. Thankfully, there wasn't anything too crazy on there, I think. Finally, I just want to show you where we are in the Canucks world in terms of their schedule, you guys. So we lost 6-5 in OT. We lost 3-2 to Philly. And now we have a 4-game road trip. 2 Florida games, Tampa, and then Florida. So game, break, game, break, game, break, break, game. You guys, these are winnable games. Florida is going to be missing Barkov and Kachuk. I'm not sure if Tampa's missing anyone good. And then we have a rematch with Philly, and then Chicago is not that good. So we got to win 3 of these 4, right? We got it. We win 3 of these 4. We actually come back at least one game over 500, which would be really, really good. I just realized I never pressed the share button. So here we go. Game, then break, game, then break, game, break, game. So let's say my guess is between Tampa and Florida, we're going to win. Even if we lose one outright and then we lose another one in extra time, I would love it if we beat Philly and we beat Chicago. So if we come back 2-1-1, if we get anything more than 4 points, 5 or 6 points of this road trip, I think it will be success. You can call that successful. Of course, I want to run the table, but realistically, maybe we get 5 out of 8 points. 6 would be great, but 5 out of 8, I think that's a successful road trip. I really do. I just realized I had this comment on this whole time. Pretty rusty, you guys. I'm still probably out of it from the 24-hour live stream. So there we go. And then some pretty fun home games after that. Pittsburgh, Carolina, and Jersey. I think I'm going to Pittsburgh and Carolina. I got to figure out what Canucks After Dark for this night. Not going to New Jersey. If you're ever interested in tickets for any of the Canucks games, make sure you find me, canuckclay@gmail.com. All right. Now I will do my, while I'm doing my Mitchell sponsor read, maybe put your predictions. I'll say the Canucks go 2-1-1, just like what Shannon said. 5 points. Ricky said it as well. 5 points going 2-1-1. Let me know what you think the Canucks are going to do. I'm a little late, but I'll do my mid-show sponsor read. And then, you're still in school, right? You got to go to bed. You got to go to bed for sure. Let me do my mid-show sponsor read. It features a brand new ad read. If you weren't at the 24-hour live stream, get ready because I have something new right here. But yes, let me do my mid-show sponsor read right now. And it starts by thanking our primary sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the Greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. So there we go. There is my ad read for Van City Experts. So thank you to Jason Lim and Van City Experts Real Estate. Also, I want to thank Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. You can check him out at coachpatrickliu.com/CanuckClay, /Clay, and receive a free 5-day workout when you visit that link scrolling across the bottom right now, coachpatrickliu.com/Clay. Thank you to Gatsby Jet Art, maker of that fine artwork. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Reminder that you can get involved by subscribing to the channel. You can like the video. There are now 262 people in here. There are 93 from YouTube, and there are 170 from my reactivated X account. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like the video. You can leave a donation. You can leave a donation like, who was it again? Yes, that both Brian and Alfred have done. Thank you, gentlemen. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, or use your monthly membership message. We're up to 162 members on this channel, which is pretty amazing. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Last one, you want to support me, you can buy Canuck Clay merchandise at canuckclay.threadless.com. Okay, friends, last 15 minutes, I will turn it over to you because there are many of you in here. We're going to go questions only to start. And then if I need more, I'll get more. But yeah, I'll try and highlight as much as I can. But when it's a bigger account, when it's a bigger number like tonight, I would generally do questions only. But we'll see. Some late 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 wins, 2 overtime losses. 0-7. I sure hope not. Penguins the only beatable team. Canucks and 4 says we'll go 1-3. Who do I start tomorrow? I go back to Shilovs. I really would. I'd go Shilovs and Lankinen again, and then kind of decide where we're going from there. It's not like we're saying one. I think Lankinen played better than Shilovs, but we're 2 games in the season. Neither of them were so good that they got a shutout or whatever, so they didn't have to repeat. My guess is you go back to Shilovs tomorrow. Doesn't Tampa's good, Florida's good, and then maybe against Philly, you can go Shilovs to give them a different look. But let's see. How does ceremonial faceoffs happen? Do they have to be approved by the league and the opposing team, or just the opposing team? Great question. I'm sure you got to run it by the league, because then you can't just do anything you want. I'm sure there's a vetting process, and maybe the opposing team doesn't even have a say once the league approves, right? And then then it's usually whoever's being honored versus the captain of the other team. And generally, you're supposed to let the home team win. The home team win the ceremonial face-off. They do the picture, they do the puck drop, and then they go the handshakes for sure. 3 Connors have scored this year. None of them have been McDavid. Kyle Connor, Connor Bedard, and Connor Zary. Very, very good. Canucks and 4 says Lankinen should start. Alfred says 3-0-1 for the road trip. Lankinen 100%. Bella, no problem. I particularly don't like it when people repeat themselves in the chat section, just out of respect for everyone else. But you may have not heard it, but I did address this. I said I will add it as a YouTube short later in the week. So no problem, but just ask it once and trust that I'll get to it. Okay. Thank you, Bella. 2 games, and we're seeing some serious breakdowns in our own end. Cause for early concern or early season rust? I do think it's a team still finding its way chemistry-wise, with 1/3 of the skaters being new. That 4 Nations Cup is going to be great. All 4 teams, I think, have a chance to win. Taylor Swift coming to Vancouver in December. Yes. Thank you. Kind of random, but yes. Give Shilovs another chance to redeem. John, if I had no repeat offenders, then I could say to some of the stuff that you say, I wouldn't highlight it either too. I got it. We're good. We're chill today. Don't have to apologize, Bella. No problem. I'll get that clip out. If you go to x.com, you know what? Bella, are you still on here? I'm going to show it to you guys right now. Then you don't have to worry about looking for it. I'm going to show it because I have it on my X account. So Bella, hang tight. Are you still here? I'm going to show you this clip. Hold on. I'm finding it. Okay. All right, we are here. So remember, this is after Sean and Jake had just played their round. So I'm going to show you everyone who missed it. This is at 1 a.m. This is after Sean and Jacob raised $300 in that hour. And this is the clip of Kayla and me playing the Tortilla Challenge. Just watch carefully the 3rd hit when she hits me, and I'll explain a couple things to you. Enjoy.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. One more. Go again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, hard. Oh my gosh, are you okay?
You know, as I watch this, I think I should probably do a breakdown of this on my, I do go breakdowns. Maybe I should do a tortilla slap breakdown. So I want to show you guys a couple of things, okay? When Kayla hits me, she hits me so hard that Jacob he was filming. He actually recoiled. You see the camera shake. He was so scared. I got where I hit Kayla across her cheek. She got me on the whole side of my head. That's why it's the big smack. And I wasn't worried about my cheek, whatever. I was worried about my ear. Now the water, I will admit, I spit it out for dramatic effect. I could have easily not spit out the water, but I didn't like spray it. I let it kind of come out of my mouth. And at that time, I was actually thinking, do I yell at Kayla? Do I get mad at her, or do I just let it go? So that's what I was thinking. So I wasn't hurt. I was stunned for sure at how hard it was. And I was actually thinking, how do I react next? So to buy me some time, basically, I let the water drip out of my mouth. And then Kayla almost started choking on her water. She was laughing so hard. And you hear Sean cackling in the background. So one more time, really quickly, here is the last hit.
Paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, hard. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Oh, Kayla.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoy laughing at my misfortune. There you go, Bella. Hope you saw it. Are you surprised that Oilers keep starting seasons like this? A little bit. You think for a team that's that good, especially back-to-back seasons, like you think they'd be more ready to go this season for sure. I don't know how Vasilevsky's played so far, to be honest with you. Oh, Bela. Sorry, Bela. Like Kayla. I keep reading Bella as in double L's. Bela, you got it. We'll never get it wrong again. Yeah, that Lions game was horrible, Simon. Four Nations Cup. I thought it was just Boston and Montreal. Isn't that it? Just those two cities? Oh, no repetition, just exaggeration. That's fine. Which of the three kids look like they could be twins? Sean and Jake, it's weird. It's not weird. I believe you can tell they're brothers, but they don't look alike. But I don't think that Kayla looks like either of them enough to be a twin. So maybe I have to go with the boys. Hey, J-Dub. Yeah, as soon as the stream, I mentioned this earlier, but as soon as the stream was done at 10, showered, went to church, went to the Vancouver FC soccer match in Langley, went to my goddaughter's. I snuck a quick visit to my mom and then went to my goddaughter's birthday party, got home at midnight. So it was another long day. So by the time I went to bed at 1 o'clock or so last night, I'd been up for 41 straight hours with a couple quick cat naps in between. I had a great Thanksgiving. By the way, how do I pronounce Stusu? Stusu. Is it Stusu or Stusu? I want to say it properly. Thank you, Tyler. I think go with Lankinen. Okay. You might be right for sure. A Bud Light, I'd be even more loopy than I am usually. She did smoke me. This is what happens when Gail isn't around to provide. But she was up, Rome. She was up. Jason Lim, our sponsor, was trying to get more money raised to drag Gail out of bed downstairs, but she was definitely up. How could you sleep through that chaos? Kayla by TKO. I give Kayla a 10 out of 10. Hey, there's Jason. She should do boxing or MMA. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. John may be asking legitimate questions. I think he's just trying to get a reaction out of me, which is fine. Desperate for victory after 2 consecutive losses, a foreshadowing of the Canucks' recent status. They're going to win tomorrow. Kayla is taller. No, it's the angle. She's not taller than me. We were talking about this as well. She's 1 inch shorter than I am. Mic drop. No problem. Bela. Burrito slaps. I don't know if we can do any more. Hey, SG. Good night, Bela. Bela. Hot dog eating. That could get very disgusting. Hey, J Kid. Why is it the Canucks never play defense? I thought Friday they're a little bit better. Sharks versus pregame show on the 1st. SG, I got your email. Let's talk about that over email, not on my stream. But thank you for the interest. I will respond to you this week for sure. 1, 2, 3. Stu is fine. All right, we'll go with Stu. Demko traveled. He did. I don't think he's going to play, though, for sure. Okay, friends, I've caught up. We'll go 5 more minutes of your questions. Anything else you want to bring up tonight? Here's actually, you have good questions here. Clay, how would you rate PD's play in the first 2 games? He's only 2 shots and 1 week second assist. I think he's been okay. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been brutal. He had a chance to win the game actually with 2 minutes left on Friday night. So I think that looking like a potato on the stream. Sorry guys, hopefully you can still hear me, but I do see that the video quality has gone down. I'm not sure how much that happened during the 24-hour live stream, but I definitely see it happening right now. Hopefully it picks up, but hopefully you can still hear me. Out of focus and lagging, but hopefully it gets better as long as you keep listening. I think PD's been okay, but I think he knows that he needs to be better, and I think he will be better. Can you explain a little further why you think Shelovs will get the start over Lankinen? Yeah, Daz Money. My guess is despite Lankinen playing better than Shelovs, I think they, from a confidence standpoint, you need to get Shelovs back in there. There's been a long enough break, right? 3 days between games is a big break. So any momentum that Lankinen had, if you call that, I think it's gone. Neither goalie posted a shutout. Neither goalie even won. Right now, neither goalie has won the starting job. Therefore, I think they keep alternating, keep both guys fresh. And that's why. So I certainly, if I had to choose, I think Lankinen has played better than Shilovs. I actually think Lankinen is going to emerge as the starter before Demko comes back. But I still think it's so early in the season that let's put it this way. I wouldn't do it, but it wouldn't surprise me if they went back to Shilovs. Doing well, SG. Thank you. If it was a chimichanga, Clay would have a concussion for sure. I don't want any chimichanga hitting my face. That didn't sound right. Games night next week. Yes, if everything goes back to normal. You know, I know you guys like games night. I don't. I'll be honest. I don't like it as much. I think there's more interaction when we're doing this kind of thing. And I'm not convinced. I know I did a poll. You know, there are 91 of you in here. I'm going to do it right now. Do you prefer games night or Canucks talk on Monday night? You guys know my theory is when we do have Canucks After Dark, I often don't want to come in here and just repeat and relitigate what Parker and I talked about. But then I realized that I can always talk about different things, take different angles, expand on comments, or even do this simple Q&A where I don't have to have anything on my agenda. Games night is fun, but I don't know if it's for everyone. It gives a nice little break in the season, but I've been losing, admittedly, my interest over it. Now, I know I could simply say, I'll do what I want as my channel, but if there's an overwhelming response for it and you guys miss it, but you can tell I haven't done it in about a month just because I never really force it. And maybe it was fine for a while, but I do think as my channel grows, I think there are more people that would appreciate the Canucks talk than would appreciate the games night. So, and definitely if there's a Canucks game that night, I want to be talking about that and instead of playing Wordle or Hurdle. But I leave it to you. I asked you to vote in the chat. I think I went with games night for a few weeks because I did a poll in the summer and people liked the games night. But now that the Canucks season has started, I just feel, and I think I have a good read on my audience. I feel a slight shift, and maybe it's one of those self-perpetuating cycles where I say that I don't like games night that much. Then you think that I don't like games night that much. So then you vote for Canucks talk instead of games night. But if you really want it, let me know. Put it in the chat. But thank you for asking. I do know what strikes are in spirit. Warning, get taught to, and leave. Yes. Kayla would get all three. There you go. What's the record on lighters? Not sure what that means. Good night, Unpaved. Thank you. How much do you let her choke slam on the stairs? Asking. I don't think she can lift me. I think I'd have to do a lot of the lifting for sure. Does Sean's girlfriend's dog and Mickey's get along? Yeah, they're okay. Mickey with other dogs is always the same. He barks, pretends he's tough, and then he's not that social. Like he'll play a little bit and then he'll run upstairs. Clay, would you cheer for Trump if he went on the next game and they showed him on the Jumbotron? I don't know if I cheer GLS, to be honest with you. I might acknowledge him like he's the tribal chief. No, I might acknowledge it, but I'm not sure if I would cheer. It's too early to be nagging PD. 7-6, I know you were there for most of the stream. That's what most of my guests said, especially the media guys. To a man and woman, most of them said, yeah, it's too early right now. Celebrity will miss 7 games. I did not know that. More experienced goalie against stronger teams and second back-to-back, less experience against weaker teams and first game of back-to-back. Okay, so if that's the case, then it's Shilovs tomorrow, and then you think the better team is Florida than Lankinen. Everyone says it's early in the season and not giving Shilovs a chance is wrong when the entire team never plays defense to help the young goalie. That's fair. That's fair. Games night once in a while, this is more engaging. I agree. Canucks talk both. Viper says we already talked about Canucks on Canucks After Dark, so I prefer games. Totally fair. That Viper was my initial motivation. As a Canucks fan, I love him. He's from here. That's why. So we want him to do well, and we want him to play for us in 8 years. Games in the slower offseason. Oh, favorite Canucks reporter all time. I do like Don Taylor. I thought he's very personable, relatable, comes up with all those funny little sayings. So I've always liked Don Taylor. I think if I had to pick one, it would be him. He's in a Canucks reporter per se, but he's stood the test of time for sure. Not a games night guy, but if others like it, go for it. Sounds good. Your name is Canucks Clay. Oh, you as opposed to games night Clay. No thanks about the White. I don't mind the Whitecaps, but I know nothing about them. It's remarkable how many goals Shilov's listened from distance. Yeah, Matt, if you weren't there to watch the Kevin Woodley interview, it's awesome. It was at 8:00, so it did not get cut off. It's actually on the replay, and Woodley was so good talking about tracking, talking about Shilov's. We were joking about Shilov's size compared to Demko, and so many other things. So make sure you go check out the Kevin Woodley interview from my live stream. WWE talk, yeah, that happens all the time. Yeah, 7-6 on Monday nights. I would play these online games that were kind of fun, and it was kind of showed how smart some of the people in the community were. But I'm not sure it's the best use of time, admittedly. If you do games night, would you consider Sunday night? No, I like Sunday night as my get the week going night. Yeah. Oh, I want to see everyone score, Carol. I want to see everyone, but it's PD, DeBrus, that would be nice for sure. Canucks After Dark has been like the crossover Clay's Canucks commentary on Mondays. There you go. If Trump would come on, I don't know why I'd ask him. Yeah, sure, I'd have him. It's all right, John Chan. People can talk about what they want. I just might not highlight it all. I would stop games night and see more people in the chat talking about the Canucks. Games night in the offseason, that is fair. Colorado's goaltending stinks, Rome, and that's what's going to hold them back. Celebrate as a Canucks fan. 3-2, I'll take Ricky, but I'm going to go 4-2 until it actually happens. I think Bedard will be fine this year. He's been tracking well. He's been great. Offer sheet Bedard. It's going to cost a lot, John. Yeah, thanks, Matt. Woodley is awesome. I would love to see Petey a bit more assertive. I think DeBrusque is being good, John, but he's still figuring out this team as well. We love Connor Bedard as well. Bedard and Mac and Celebrini both from here. So the last two number one picks have been from here, which is pretty cool. Mondays, Clay's Canucks commentary could invite different guests like your 24 hours. That's true. It's just, 11 o'clock. That's a real tough sell for people. But I am going to start. I do recognize that one of my strengths is one-on-one interviews. I'm a good listener. I think I ask good questions, and I think people trust me. All very important. So I think I'm going to start doing more pre-records. And what I would do is I would show the video as part of my stream, and then the guests might not be around, but then after the video, I'd be around to answer questions about it. By the way, Canucks Talk smokes games night 70% to 29%. I think Brandstrom may get called up, but he's a left shot guy, and although we don't have a left shot guy as an extra, so I think eventually he will. And games on off season much easier. And we're at an hour, and I think this is a good place to wrap up. So thank you guys. I got a couple announcements I want to make. The shows this week. So today is obviously Monday, CCC at 11. Then we're going to do CCC tomorrow, Tuesday at 11. So of course, Tuesday is always the quick 40-minute show because of my bowling. So I'll give a quick bowling recap. And of course, we'll talk about the Canucks game. Wednesday will be members only. So there's 162 potential viewers for Wednesday. So Wednesday will be members only. And then Thursday will be CCC again, a regular show after the Canucks Florida game. So that's what you can look for this week. Don't forget, you can buy merch, canuckclay.threadless.com. And these are the ways that you can get involved. I made a promise that I wouldn't do this part at the end of my shows anymore, because it doesn't make sense to ask for donations and memberships as we're on our way out. So I want to thank everyone for being here. I resurrected, like I said, I paid for the premium account on X so I could stream to X as well. I think it will help just with the numbers, with engagement, and maybe finding potential viewers as well. So thank you for those of you watching on X. Thank you for everyone who's here on YouTube, the regular. Thank you to my sponsors, Vancity Experts Real Estate and Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. Thanks to those of you who went above and beyond. And tonight, that was both Brian and Elfrin with the donations. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate all of you for watching, for liking and subscribing. Moderators, good job as always. And members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks to all of you for your support. Don't forget, we have our members only show on Wednesday night. As I go, SG, you become a member by underneath the video that you're watching right now. There is a button called join. Once you press that join button, SG, there's a video there that starts playing, and it talks about the 3 different levels: franchise, Hall of Fame, and legend. Well, I don't even have to explain because you just figured out and did it already. So on our way out, let's give some love to SG Sports Talk in the chat for buying himself his own membership. Nice to have you in the Clay's Canucks commentary crew, the quadruple C, the CCC crew. Thank you, SG. Now I'll make sure that I respond to your email about a potential collab down the road. Let's give some late love to SG in the chat. Nice to see you, RSA. But you know what time I stream. So thanks for being here for 20 seconds. I appreciate you. All right. I appreciate all of you for being here. As always, thank you. And my next show tomorrow night at 12 p.m., tomorrow night at 11 p.m., not 12 p.m., that's noon. Tomorrow night at 11 p.m., a bit of bowling wrap up, and more importantly, a post-game show talking about a Canucks game that admittedly would have ended a few hours prior. Okay, we good? We're always good. As always, don't forget to rate the video out of 10 as you rate the bad joke out of 10 as you exit. Stay safe. Still rusty here. So tired. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Did you know that killer whales have recently started to attack boats? Yes, it's very scary. Please fear that it may be organized crime. Organized crime. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.